This is the handover on the Ford Custom Camper. So as we walk around the vehicle, on the driver's side, you've got your mains connectivity point. So you get your hooker blade, lift the collar to expose the pins in the hooker blade, and then slide on. So make sure the collar goes above and then just slide it on and hook the vehicle up. Always hook the vehicle up first, should I say, and then the sight, and then obviously do it in reverse when unhooking the vehicle, as we wouldn't want you walking around with a live lead in your hand. At the back here you've got your mains freshwater intake, so it'll open with this little round headed key here. So you've got a lockable cap, and you simply put a hose pipe in there until it was to overflow. It's not a very big water tank on here, and it's behind there underneath your wardrobe, but obviously fill it until it overflows or until you're happy there's enough water inside the tank. And then your wastewater is just underneath this sidebar. So underneath here you'll see there's a little pipe. So this is where you'd get your waste master or some sort of bucket just to catch the water that comes out the kitchen tap. The back of the vehicle, you'll notice you've got a reversing camera. Then when you open the door, on the doors you've got blackout curtains, so they just clip into the press studs on both windows. And then you've got your LPG, so liquid petroleum gas. So this is where your gas bottle lives, and this is a 907 camping gas bottle. So to connect the bottle to the bottle top regulator, you just spin the bottle until it threads onto the bottle top, and then you turn the gas on and off. When you're traveling, if you turn it off just to be safe, and always make sure that you use the straps provided just to strap the bottle in so it doesn't move when you're traveling, and again turn it off. Got storage here. This little light has two functions, so it's got a night light function, and then obviously the main bezel comes on for reading, carbon monoxide, smoke alarm. These are your silver screens for your cab. So these are internal silver screens. They've got suction cups on there, and they'll stick to the side and the windscreen. The front for blacking it out on an evening, and underneath you've got storage, and this is your Propex heater, which you can't access from the front and the back. You've got a C-reel here on above the door, so if you want to get a driveway awning, it'll just attach to there to give you a bit extra space when you're on a site. Then at the passenger door, this is where you'd fill up with fuel. So with it being a Ford, it's a capless, so there's no cap. You just push your fuel nozzle in there and it'll react to the metal, push in and fill with diesel. The weight plate's here, so it's 2,700 kilograms gross vehicle weight. If you want to put a tow bar on a tow, you can tow with the vehicle, and whatever you're towing can't exceed 4,400 kilograms. So open the bonnet, place your key in the front, turn to the left hand side to pop the bonnet, and then turn to the right to release the bonnet. So there you go. So underneath, put your stay on. Underneath you've got your various liquids, so you've got your power steering, washer jet fluid, brake fluid, and your radiator coolant. You've got a positive for a jump start underneath here, and then you'd use the engine loop down here, so the earthen point on the engine block there, the hoist. You've got your dipstick for checking your oil levels, and your oil filler, which is just at the back here. So when inside the vehicle, this is your 12-volt control panel. So it doesn't matter if you're hooked up or you're not. Obviously if you're hooked up, you will get mains power, so the 3-pin plugs will work. If you're not hooked up, then none of that will work apart from the 12-volt of your leisure battery. So you can turn on and off here, and then you press L and you can view your leisure battery reading. You can press V and you can view your vehicle battery reading, but you'll always want to switch it back to L because this is the battery that the motorhome, or should I say the campervan side, runs off. So you always want it to run off the leisure battery and never the vehicle battery, because if you flatten your vehicle battery, obviously you'll have to wait for a jump start and you'll be going nowhere. So always run the campervan side off the leisure battery. And then below you've got your water pump for your tap. Put the pump on there, and then obviously the tap pressurizes, which is just a cold water feed tap. And then you've got your lights inside the vehicle, so they're all switched off here, and then your kitchen lights are switched off this little blue switch here. You've got two 3-pin plugs when hooked up and two WSBs there, and then to operate your Propex heater, so this is off your gas, so you must have gas on board. You've got off on the top, you've got the fans which will just, so say you've had the heating on and it's got to temperature, you may want to turn it off, but you may want to still recirculate the air, so it'll just keep the air recirculating through the vehicle on the first setting. Then the second setting is the gas flame, which is heating the vehicle, and then the bottom you just choose your temperature, so you've got from cold or to hot. So in the summer you can use the fan on cold, and then obviously when it's colder months you can put onto the warmer setting and put the gas on, and that should heat the vehicle. In here you do have your gas isolation taps, but any problems with gas, turn the bottle off. You've got your EC 155 unit power supply unit, so this is all your 12-volt fuses which are listed here what they do. And then on this side you've got your MCB and your RCD, so your trips. So should anything trip the vehicle out, try here before you try your main site. And underneath this access panel you've got your small freshwater tank. To remove the table, all you need to do is there's two grey slides which locks the table onto the bar for when travelling. Then that'll lift up, and then when it lifts up you just press the black button here and fold the leg away, and then you can store that wherever you want. But when travelling, if you wanted to travel with the table in, always make sure that the pins are pushed forward and locked in, and then it can still slide up and down the rail, but it won't jump off. In the kitchen area you've got your grill, so a gas grill which is lit there. Below you've got some storage, a cutlery drawer, and then you've got a fridge which is a 12-volt compression fridge, so you can turn it on and off here. So all the way off to 0 or all the way up to 7 is on, with the small little freezer box there for an ice tray. And above you've got two gas rings for cooking, so allow them to cool before you put these cooker hoods down, so the tops, and obviously your tap which I've already shown you. Below you've got two handy storage lockers. On a Ford, the location of the engine battery is not underneath the bonnet, it's underneath the driver's seat, so it's underneath here, and the location of your leisure battery is underneath this panel here. You can see the negative and the positive terminal for the leisure battery there. Your pop top roof. So your pop top roof does have sleeping boards, which are these boards here, the carpeted boards, which go onto the grooves here on either side and form the bed. And then there is the mattress, which is just rolls out and forms the extra second double bed. And then obviously on here you've got fly screens should you want it ventilation in the summer when it's warm. And at the front you've got a PVC panel to allow light in no matter if it's raining or it's sunny. So to put the roof down, what you need to do is, if you pull the handles, so pull both handles down, and when you're pulling them down, if you just pinch the tent canvas side in and pull it in so it doesn't get trapped between the body and the roof, because it will rip it. So pull it down, tighten it, pull the canvas in when you're pulling down as well, and then you'll need to put a strap round, which I'll show you in a minute how that's done. When you've got it so far, what I mean by pulling the side of the tent in is if you'll see that the air pinches the tent all over, so it's not all coming in, it's kind of blown itself out as well. So what you'll need to do is you will need to pull it in, so simply pinch, pull in, pull it all in, pull both handles down, and again pull it back in and continue to fold. And then if you just push it back so you can get access to the two straps which are here, so you've got a lug there and a lug here on the roof. Tuck the remaining bits in just down here so it doesn't look a mess. It looks quite neat. And then you would use the straps through here to keep the roof down. So I'll put the straps on and I'll show you how to do that. So to put the straps on to hold the roof down, what you need to do is slide the straps through both metal grooves there, pinch it and slide it through here, pull so it's tight, tighten it up, and then what you can do with the excess strap is if you just feed it through a couple of times, do a couple of knots and a couple of bows until it's like that on this side, put both on, and then that's the roof super secure so you can travel. So to form the two travelling seats into a bed, there's a handle here. If you just lift it up and slide it out till it goes flat, there it forms a double bed, and pull the strap and lift and slide until it clicks into position, then it's back into the travelling seat position. So to spin the doubled cab seat around, what you need to do is at the back of the seat, obviously it'll be the other way around because the seat will be forward facing, there is 3 bolts, so there's one in here, and one in there. If you loosen them and take them out, there they are there. So you've got 3 of these. You'll need to put the vehicle into the opposite gear to where the vehicle's facing, so obviously in reverse if you're facing forward, and obviously opposite directions. Drop the handbrake and then spin the seat round, so you push it so it spins this way on, and then you'll have to feed the seatbelt above the headrests so the seatbelt isn't across the seat. Then obviously you would want to spin it back round and then put the bolts in before you start travelling. But there is storage underneath as well, so you can pop the seat forward and you can use it as storage, but do be careful because there's no back on it to access them bolts. Then if you turn the seat back round, line it up with the plate below, and then all you need to do is stick your bolts through, put the washer on and tighten. So once I get all 3 in, I'll show you. And there you have all 3 bolts in position, tightened up so that the seat is now locked in, ready for road use. So now in the cab, on the doors you've got your lock and unlock, which locks all the doors with it being a van conversion. And then you've got your electric windows, side lights, main light and rear fogs, and then this pops out for your headlight adjustment. You've got all your controls for your radio on here, and then all of them for the little screen there, which is your digital display. So you've got your range, your speed in digitally, so digital speedo, miles per gallon, instant miles per gallon, so it tells you how many gallons you've used, the MPG, your speed and so on. You can go back and you can go to information and it'll check the system for you, so all system no messages. And then you've got your settings, so you can go into your driver assist and turn your hill start assist and traction control on and off. Your display obviously is in English and miles per gallon. You can do your lock, so I had to keep them all off, to be fair, because otherwise the vehicle can lock itself with the key in. So don't turn them on, keep them off, just lock it with the key. You've got indicators, obviously wipers on that side, 6-speed manual gearbox, and up into reverse, which brings on your rear reverse camera. You've got a 12 volt, your fan speed, recirculation button, your temperature that you want and where you want the air to go to, so your distribution. Glove box there. And then for the radio, turn the radio on, it's FM and AM, press 1 to 9 to save your favourite radio station. Auxiliary is either Bluetooth audio, USB, or of course you can lift this little panel here and there's a 3.5mm jack and 12 volt in there. And to connect your phone for the Bluetooth audio, you'd go to phone, menu, add a device, it'll come up, then press OK, go to your phone or your device you want to connect to it and find forward Bluetooth, pair with it. It'll ask you if you want to download your phone book, just press enter and then it'll download your phone book into there, so whoever rings will come up with a name and a number instead of just a number if they're not saved in your phone book. You've got your volume, you can skip your tracks here, and of course you can add a USB, so it doesn't take a CD, so if you've got any CDs, put them onto a USB, put in there and then just press aux and it'll find and read the files on the USB.